Shalom Israel. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem God Kadash, the Wednesday apostles, and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth, peace, and blessings to reflect Israel and Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in ancient Hebrew. Bahashim is the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back on lesson, and today you're going to go into the great wrath that the devils are about to come down with. As you already see the technology that the devil has and things that he is creating and things that he has behind the scenes that he's not even showing us, man. Which I got many videos just going to small little examples of what he has and things that he's going to use coming into these last days, man, when he comes down with that great wrath, when he brings that hammer down, you know? Which you're about to see right here in this video, going to the technology that they had years back. You know, so if this is public information right here in a public video that you can find, so imagine what they have behind the scenes, man. And the things that they are preparing to use in order to go against the Lord and his elect, you know? That's why you see them creating a space force. That's why you see them creating super soldiers, as well as these many robots that are able to carry an immense amount of weight. Robot dogs are able to, shoot with 100% accuracy, and as well as creating Iron Man-like suits of armor. So they're not creating these things for nothing. Obviously, they're preparing to go to war, man. And let's continue it.
This was the controllers trying to utilize leftover technology after the last reset.
So imagine if, this is years back. So imagine the things that they have now. Go back to Daniel 24, how knowledge shall be increased. Imagine the things that they got now, man. Things they're not even showing you, man. And people are, obviously call us crazy, call us, all these different names, mock us, make fun of us for saying these things. We'll continue to do so and see what comes to you, man. Don't be all surprised Pikachu face when these devils come down with that great wrath, come kick down your door with robots, man. This is no joke, and this is what's to come, man. If you're not under the hedge or protection of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, you are through coming to these last days, man. This is nothing to be played with, man. These devils are preparing to come down, man.
For technology after the last reset and nearly perfecting levitation technology. This is no jet engine that's in this thing, aptly referred to as the flying trash can. Yet it makes you wonder if bits and pieces of this is allowed to be mainstream. I wonder what they truly have hidden. But the old world.
These devils are not going to be able to, are not going to show you their trump card, secret things that they have, But also goes to show how prideful these devils are, because they'll show you bits of things that they have. As you see many views coming out with these robots that are able to speak, are able to move fluently like a human, and there's also another video that came out, I believe, a couple months back. Let's play real quick, and we'll go back to that point.
Robotics company in Japan this week. 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans.
I mean, there you go.
In the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd. But the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Far.
And they obviously show you in Terminator, iRobot, why it's a pretty stupid thing to do this stuff, But you see, thing that they have behind the scenes, man. But let's continue on. I have a few more videos I want to get, and then we'll jump into scriptures. I don't make this a super long lesson. But you see right here, going to mention these robot dogs that have weapons on them, which is another video that coming out of them at a shooting range. It says right here, police bring out robot with guns for arresting man in Houston, Texas. So they're using these robot dogs and once again putting them to use. And when they show you an example there in Shanghai, China, to where they had robot dogs patrolling the streets, to make sure people weren't breaking curfew, make sure that they were staying in their houses, in the motels wherever they were located, So imagine when these devils coming out, imagine when these devils come down with that great wrath, especially when they apply those restrictions, those mandates. You know, you're gonna have more and more of these robot dogs patrolling the streets. You know, robots in general. Let's continue on.
Got a robot dog.
I can tell you for a fact, Jake is not ready, man. They're gonna take these warnings as if it's a joke. You know, that's crazy. That's not gonna happen. You see them right here using it, man. You know, so imagine when all hell breaks loose, man. The devil doesn't say F and come down with that great rat. You know, small little example already. They're using these robots, man. You know, already, you know, patrolling the streets with them. I mean, come on. 2 more videos and we'll jump into scriptures. As you hear, went from robot dogs to robot dogs with guns to now robot dogs with RPGs really quick. Look at this. You know, there's already multiple videos coming out of, you know, military putting robots to use in order to carry immense amount of weight, you know, luggage. As you see right here, already, you know, strapping weapons onto it, target practicing, you know, tuning it. You know, and they're giving you a small little example of what they have, man. And what else do you think they're going to use this for? You know, and why else do you think the Lord's going to lift up that standard, man? You know? Read the point right there. And I see right here, they strapped an RPG onto his robot dog, man. And there's also a video that came out of, you know, Elon Musk. There's a guy interviewing him and asked him a question about, you know, are killer drones possible? You know, he answered the question and basically said that they did it already. You know, they have made it and explored the idea of it. You know, he even explained how to make them. You know, said you can take the Face ID scanner off from the iPhone, slap it onto a drone, you know, and basically to make it to where you're able to identify and find, you know, whoever needs to be found, you know, and strap, you know, a piece of explosive onto it and target that person and fly right into them and explode. So they're already exploring these ideas and have created these things already. So imagine the things that they have behind the scenes is not showing you, man. You know? There's also another similar video coming out of, once again, these Iron Man-like suits of armor. If you've seen the movie Avatar with the, you know, the blue giant people, you know, they have these big, you know, brolic-like suits. You know, if you've seen the Avengers with, you know, Iron Man versus Hulk, you know, Iron Man, that Hulkbuster armor is kind of similar like to that. You know? So these are things that they are creating and have behind the scenes, man. Play one more video and we'll jump into the scriptures.
Don't be surprised if you start seeing Iron Man flying in the sky. British company Gravity Industries is...
You know, this is pretty like common video if you haven't seen this already. You know, they're already hovering, flying a little bit, you know?
working on making jet suits, personal flying suits powered by jet engines. These suits are already in use for trial rescue operations, military training exercises, and competitive races. Surreal videos of the suit in action show first responders flying up mountain slopes, gliding above ocean water to board ships, and even the inventor himself, Richard Browning, using the suit in various settings.
I mean, look at this. You know, most of you is already coming out with how them already using these things. You know, so once again, imagine things that they have behind the scenes they're not even showing you, man. They're obviously not going to show you everything that they have, obviously, you know, but also going to show how prideful these devils are. They're showing off certain things they have. Let's get Daniel 24. Start with the scriptures. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And knowledge has definitely been increased. Look at things that those have already, man. The advances that they have made, as well as those in this truth, man. A deeper understanding of the scriptures. You know, but let's continue on. See Revelation 12 and 12, main point. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil which Esau, Edom, and so called in the day is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. These devils know their time is short and then they're running out of time. So you see them rushing things, trying to apply these restrictions, these mandates, and especially once they start to bring that hammer down and start applying those restrictions, you're not able to leave your house. There'll be curfews, you're not able to leave your city or state, without having a certain something. And they're going to have, robot dogs patrolling the streets, and all that. These are times that are ahead, man. And once again, as I mentioned earlier, if you're not under the hedge, under protection of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you are through. There's no escaping these things, man. Your little Glock's not going to protect you, especially when military troops come kick down your door, especially with robots, man. And then show you this an example of the movie Code 8. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I definitely do recommend. And it's basically a movie about spiritual power, people having spiritual power, and those created robots in order to be able to compete and go against those people in order to keep them in check. Which I believe is Code 8. Let's get there real quick. These are the robots that they use in the movie, and they there's a certain scene to where they basically went to a hotel where a person was at and located, and they're basically sweeping the rooms with these robots, man. So this is what's to come. And another reason why Yahweh Shem Shai is going to lift up that standard. Isaiah 59:19, because hey, these devils will come for us, which I'm going to make a second lesson going into that after this. Lord 1. This is, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and the glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. So as you read in Revelation 12:12, how they come down with that great wrath. They're going to come for us, man. They're not creating these robots for nothing. These super soldiers for nothing. Because there's a video that came out of, just go back to what I was mentioning, about super soldiers. You had Russia make claims that, Ukraine had super soldiers and all that. So these are things that these devils definitely have already explored and have already. There's an article that goes into how these devils spending trillions of dollars on these deep underground military bases, and as well as training these troops deep underground, so they know what's coming, man. They're not creating things for nothing. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Yahweh Shemel Shai shall lift a standard against those and lift that standard and bestow upon his men that spiritual power, men, in order to defend and to protect them in these coming times. We hope and pray that we're all of that number, man, Lord willing. Let's continue on. And look at Genesis 27:39-40 to go into Esau, Edom's blessing, which you better see right here. Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said to him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. And those are his blessings, the fatness of the earth and the sword. And he's living by that sword. And shalt serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. To add more onto it, let's get Job 9:24 to just go into who is ruling right now. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. I read in Genesis 27:39-40 to who the blessing was given unto. Esau, Edom. So showing you who it's talking about just to get the context. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the just thereof. If not, where and who is he? But as it just goes to show, he's preparing to come down with that great wrath. And as you just read in Genesis, his blessing is the sword. So you see all the things that he has, and they'll show you in the movie, not the movie, the show Invincible. If you haven't seen it, definitely do recommend. But they basically created this satellite to where it's able to shoot, a gigantic laser beam from space, man. So these are things that they are, are exploring and have already, which is, certain photos will come out and show a laser beam coming down from the sky, and you'll see, a certain forest just catch on fire from it. There's video and photo proof of it, man. Not sure about videos, but there's certain photos that have came out, and you see a certain red streak coming straight down, man. And after that photo, there's a fire started there. So these are things that they have, man. This is their sword, their blessing, man. And what makes you think that your little Glock, your little mini Draco is going to protect you, man? Let's actually get there real quick. Get Psalms 44. Just load, spare for a minute. Psalms 44:6 said, "For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me." Your sword, what's the modern day sword? The gun. These things will not save you in these coming times, man, especially when these devils come down with that great wrath. Coming down with the robots, man, come kicking down your door. What are you going to do? Who are you going to call upon, man, when you're in time of need? We know who we are going to call upon. That's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's going to be the only way out coming these last days, man. Especially now. Psalm 17:13. It would protect us in the midst of these times. But continue on. It said, "Arise, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to be swinging these devils, man. Especially onto a lot of our people, man, that don't want to listen, that don't want to repent, that don't want to take heed to his warnings and not take anything serious. This wouldn't come to you, man. Going to Zechariah 13:8, how a lot of our people are going to be destroyed, man, 2/3. Second Ezra 16:18-19, to add more on to the times that are to come, because it's going to be bad. It's going to be terrible, man. Because Scripture's going to tell we're in some times that have never been seen before in history, man. Showing you how great this judgment that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is about to bring is going to be. But that's also not mentioning the great miracles that the Lord can perform for the people that's going to continue to believe and remain faithful unto the Lord, man. Or in the Lord, I should say, but it's good. The 18th verse is the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when the evil shall come? Verse 19 says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is sending plagues and pestilence upon this place. And also going to show how bad the times are going to be. Read from the top one more time. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So let's get in that scripture. Matthew 24:21, to go back to what I was mentioning. It said, "For then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." So times that we have never been seen or have seen before in history, man. Showing you how bad this judgment is going to be and how bad the times are going to be. Let's get Jeremiah 30:7, which I didn't get real quick. Because these are times to come, man. Our faith is going to be tried and we are going to be tested, man. Especially when these devils come for us. But the last for that day is great, so I know it's like it. It is even the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of the time of our trouble. But as you see in the last verse, but he shall be saved out of it. How B'Shem Yahushai is going to defend and protect his elect in these last days, man. In these coming times. And we hope and pray that we're of that number, man, Lord willing. 2 Timothy 3:1. This now also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Just to add more onto it, to push the point. And I got 3 more scriptures and we'll close it out. Isaiah 30:1-3. Okay, this one's come to a lot of you people. Y'all, I'm going to continue to believe in this devil and trust in him, thinking that he's going to help you and defend you in these coming times. You are dead wrong. Woe to rebellious children, saith the Lord, going to our people, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with the covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves and strengthen Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Many of our people, trusting in Esau, Edom, in this system, thinking that their government are set to protect you and defend you and help you out, when, once again, you're dead wrong. We just see over here, verse 3 says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust and shadow of Egypt your confusion." It's going to be your shame and your confusion. And y'all are going to continue to rely upon these devils instead of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You're going to get what's coming to you, man. Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is the one orchestrating these things and putting the spirit on these devils to do these things, man. You should fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai more than these devils, man. Because many of our people that fear the devil more than Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which is a crazy thing, man. But I see these last 2 verses, or last 2 scriptures, Proverbs 18:10. So the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and is safe. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to be that safe haven, that safe spot, man, from this strong wind to come. And when I say strong wind, it's going to be plagues, these pestilences, and his judgment that he's going to bring, man. That's why we pray and hope Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to have mercy upon us come these last days, man. It's going to get serious, man. And we'll see, we need to pray to the Lord to have mercy upon us and to protect us in these coming times. It's finna get serious. See, Psalms 91:1. Time we're onto it. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. See if I'm missing anything. Verse 2 says, I will say of Yahweh Shemel Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress. There's no other protection, no other place to go to other than the Lord to escape these things, man. As it's going to, I believe, John 14:6, I believe. Going to how Yahweh Shai is the way. John 14:6. It says, Yahweh Shai saith to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to his Father but by me. Yahweh Shai is the middleman, the mediator. But let's go back to Psalms 44, or Psalms 91:2. And we'll close up with this. I'll say of Yahweh Shemel Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, my God. In Him will I trust. We gotta have faith and full trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai. And the great thing He's about to do, man. Because you see the great judgment that He's finna bring, the plagues and pestilence that you're already seeing already. The Lord's also going to perform great miracles for His elect, man, that continue to remain faithful and continue to believe in the Lord, man, and to endure these things. The Lord's going to do great things, man. It's probably to pray to Yahweh Shai to have mercy upon us and protect us in these last days, man. You see the things that the devil has, that he has in store and things he's preparing to use. And going back to Isaiah 59:19, Yahweh Shai is going to live that standard for a reason, and that power will be needed, man. And we won't pray that we're of that number. But Lord, you edify, Lord, had the main points and, tie things together best of my ability. But you see the times that we're heading into, and y'all that continue to disregard these warnings and not take these things serious. Seek Yahweh Shemel Shai while you still can, while we're still within this grace period, while you're still able to receive this truth. Things are getting serious as we speak. Things are progressively getting worse. Repent now. Once again, Lord is edifying and doing to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, by Shem Kakdash, the one of the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth, peace, and blessings, the whole elect Israel. And Shalom. See you next one.